don't think that I was approaching it in a way where it was like, because I'm very purposeful with every move that I take. You know, if you see me do something, it's because I methodically thought that out. And I had, you know, a team of people where I'm going to like, yo, guys, what do you think about this? How should I do this? Where should we, you know? And it's very important, like, as an artist, when you're building a company, to move that way. And so with Hypergamy, for me, I wanted it to be a fun album. I wanted it to be very colorful, you know? And for me personally, even within it being fun and being, you know, dancey and more mainstream poppy, I still wanted to have some substance in there. And so the word hypergamy comes from a term used in social science that explains the phenomenon of like marrying up. So think about the Indian caste system, or think about, well, to put it like in modern day terms, Karrueche Tran and Chris Brown, or Britney Spears and Kevin Federline. I'm basically poking out how technology, social media has created this aura where people kind of get with each other to level up, you know? And so we took that level up concept and made it literal in that for the promotion of one of the singles from the album, we developed a mobile app game called Supersonic. And we also shot a music video for that same song that was in the game. So shout out to the director for the video, Ruben Moreland. Shout out to Selena Mylene, which is my girlfriend, who starred in the video as well. And shout out to Angie Miller for doing the choreography. And the whole team who was a part of that was super dope, you know? I was actually in the process of working on another album. And within that album, I had a meeting with my team and we were just doing a listening session, and they were like, you know what? This kind of sounds like you're creating two sounds right now. So I was like, you're right, I am. So let's focus that. Let's hone that in. And so one of the first songs that I produced that was going on there was Off and On. And it was a while before I recorded that. That was the first one I produced. But the first song that I had like recorded and it was done, and I was actually performing it for a while before I even finished the album, was Just My Type. One day I came to Golden Dice's studio and they started playing me a track, and we had actually just had like a meeting like the week before, like, yo, son, I'm working on my album. I really need you guys. And like, this was us getting serious, because we have been friends just jamming, doing jam sessions, recording stuff here and there, like for a year before that. But then I came and I'm like, yo, we gotta, like, I'm moving. This is here we go. And then they played me this track and I immediately recorded it, and then that was Just My Type. So that's kind of like what jump started the process of making it, you know, like the album. Yeah, man, that was all purposeful, because like the album was super duper influenced by 80s and 90s, like retro arcadey kind of video game like feels. Super inspired by like anime, so the characters were like chibi styled anime, and those were just some of the inspirations that I was pulling from. And you were talking about how the songs felt like they were leveling up, and so one of the things I was doing for the theme of the album with the colorway, with that hypergamy flag, was that's actually like the on the spectrum of I guess like monogamy, hypogamy, and like other things. Those were like the color. That was like the color wheel that hypergamy fell under. And so I wanted to make sure that each song kind of felt like that color, you know? And so that was a real interesting process. But with the game, bro, me and my team, we were just talking about how digital everything has become. And we really kind of wanted to get in the forefront of that and do something real niche and something real different. And so that's when we kind of sparked the idea. And we're like, yo, well, what if we had a game? And then we developed these characters and kind of based the whole thing around, you know, these characters. And so even, and like just being able to keep that theme consistent throughout everything, even in the music video, you know, we had the special effects with like, you know, us catching rings and stuff like that. It was really a dope collaborative effort. And that's the only way it could have been, is if it was a collaborative effort. So I work with like a lot of different artists, and shout out to my development team from Pakistan. And one thing that's really interesting that we've done now is I've actually started my own hyper casual gaming company in partnership with my development team from Pakistan. And one of the things we're doing during this time in COVID is content licensing, and basically helping different companies develop their own video games and things like that, as basically like a customer acquisition and retention based program. You know, yeah, it was the full spectrum. You know, because like the way I feel about it, bro, is like I'm not gonna wait till I get a certain age to do or be the thing that I want to be. You know, because I realized I could do everything that I want to do right now. There's just levels to it. So if you ask me, I'm literally successful on my own right and in my own way. Why? Because I make a living literally doing every single thing that it is that I'm passionate about, you know? So like literally every moment of my life, I feel it's filled with purpose, because I'm doing the thing that I feel I was meant to do, you know? And so this whole process has been really dope. But, you know, with the game, we really just wanted to make sure that we were doing something that was really, really unique, you know, and I'm just really happy about how that turned out. And speaking of organic, I mean, like even with Skateboard Sushi, it was just so organic because like I've been working with them maybe for like 2 or 3 years now. Shout out to Dusan, that's my guy. I met him through some mutual friends, one of my homies, Tino. And he first brought me in to be like a conceptual designer slash like creative director. And like I helped them with like their first website. And I helped them do like their first pop-up shop in New York City. And so when time came when I wanted to do merch for this album, I was like, yo, I'm definitely, you know, gonna approach my guys, and, you know, it's always love with them. And so they were definitely down to do that. And it was literally perfect timing because they were getting ready to do their first pop-up shop in Hyogo, Japan, which was freaking awesome. I was actually supposed to go. I didn't get to, but Japan showed a bunch of love. You know, people were out there copping the merch. You know, they got to play a little bit of the album in the store. Shout out to 1717 Streetwear Shop in Hyogo, Japan. Always showing love, that whole gang over there, you know? You're actually pronouncing it correct. You're pronouncing it correct. So, little secret, dude. Kazi is just Isaac spelled backwards. You know? But I kind of wanted to... because Kazi, I actually produced, when I first was working with Skateboard Sushi, I produced a beat tape underneath that moniker. And I was just really inspired by like the work that we were doing, because Skateboard Sushi is like a cultivation of American and Japanese urban subcultures. So like, you know, 90s hip hop and, you know, golden era, like if you like Wu-Tang, anime and kickflips, and you understood the vibes, you know? And I was working with them in their pop-up shop during that time. And so I was drawing a bunch of inspiration from these different places. And so I just wanted to make a beat tape, and that Kazi kind of became the moniker. So then when we were working on that album, I was like, you know what, let me personify that. Let me create like an avatar, you know? And then also, that was us kind of tackling the fact that, like I said, everything is becoming so digital. And so I wanted to have like a digital representation of me as well. And in doing that, it opens up the possibilities for so many different things, you know? Hypergamy's out right now on streaming platforms, Supersonic Video out. Merch is available on the website. Kaepernick is out. Shout out to Skateboard Sushi. Shout out to Dusan, you know, my homie. And shout out to the house for having me do their campaign for equality, working on some stuff with them. And I'm gonna tell you this, I'll actually be releasing a deluxe version of Hypergamy very soon with 5 new tracks on it. So be on the lookout for that. Yes. All right. You know what, bro? I like you so much. This is a 24/7 hip hop exclusive. So I'm working on another project and it's called Jaywalking. So it should be released sometime maybe in September. And I'm very excited about that one. Whereas Hypergamy was very colorful, very poppy, you know, Jaywalking is very raw, very rigid, very authentic, you know, and the main themes of that album have to do with identity, self-actualization, manifestation, spirituality. So you'll hear a lot of the topics, you know, that we were definitely diving into on that, you know, and I'm really excited about it and about where we're going with it, and the people in the team who are all involved in that as well. So it's going to be really, really dope. Really looking forward to it.